Coming up on this episode of Coordinated.
Before we get started, I was thinking about the old days when indicating fee reductions involved bubbling on the student's answer sheet.
Oh my gosh, Derek. Yes. So much easier now. No more bubbling.
Greetings, AP coordinators, and welcome to Season 7 of Coordinated. Our goal for this season? To help AP coordinators successfully manage their AP programs from the start of school up through the AP exam final ordering deadline of November 15, 2022.
This season, we're releasing 2 sets of episodes, creating the opportunity to listen on demand to specific topics at different times, depending on when your school year begins.
Let's get started. I'm Derek Cometa.
And I'm Rachel McBride. Welcome to the podcast for AP coordinators.
Welcome to Coordinated.
Season 7, Episode 9, Fee Reductions.
Hello, Rachel.
Hey there, Derek. Are you ready for our conversation today? We have a very important topic to cover.
I am ready, and that's usually my question for you, if I'm not mistaken. You must be ready to go.
I am. So
let's do it. The topic is AP exam fee reductions. Our last episode was on AP exam fee collection, so this connects to that topic.
yes, and we have some questions to answer. Who's eligible for fee reductions? How, where, and when do we indicate fee reductions? And what information is required for fee reductions?
Great questions. But hey, before we get started, I was thinking about the old days when indicating fee reductions involved bubbling on the student's answer sheet.
Oh my gosh, Derek. Yes. So much easier now. No more bubbling.
So a good starting point is identifying who is eligible for an AP exam fee reduction. Rachel, can you help me out?
Well, Derek, I could answer that, but the answer would be really long and not the most exciting podcast conversation ever. Instead, let's point everyone to my best friend for this one, the AP Coordinators Manual Part 1, where we can find all the details on fee reduction eligibility on pages 26 through 28.
Got it. Pages 26 through 28 of the AP Coordinators Manual Part 1. And Rachel, one of the reasons we're talking about this now is that it can sometimes take a little while for AP coordinators to track down a list of students who meet the criteria at each school. So it's good to start thinking about this sooner rather than later.
Good point. And we've mentioned in previous episodes, it's all about teamwork. At my school, I work with our director of food service. She is super helpful.
I like it. The teamwork theme continues. So the AP Coordinators Manual Part 1 covers who is eligible for a fee reduction. Now let's share how much the fee reduction actually is. And this year, the AP exam fee reduction for eligible students is $35 per AP exam.
That's right. For these students, schools are expected to forgo their $9 rebate, so that adds up quite a bit and helps to bring the cost down for students and their families.
Let's also mention that the AP exam fee reduction only applies to the base exam fee. More information once again in the AP Coordinators Manual Part 1, this time page 21. And as usual, there's a link to the manual in our show notes. Okay, a little earlier, I mentioned that before AP registration and ordering existed, we used to bubble a student's fee reduction status on the answer sheet for each eligible student, but not any longer.
Oh no, Derek, it is so much easier now. Once we obtain the list of eligible students, we simply log into AP registration and ordering, click on the Students tab. There, we see a column titled Reduced Fee. For each eligible student, we simply check the box. One click, and the best part, we only do this one time for each student. Meaning, if a student is taking multiple exams, it's still just one click per student. Total time saver.
Total time saver sounds good to me. Clearly, I am speaking with an experienced professional here, so I'll ask a final question. Any professional tips to share?
Absolutely. A few, actually. One, and you talked about this a little already, please get your list of eligible students as soon as possible. While the deadline to indicate the fee reduction in AP registration and ordering is not until April 30th, 2023, I like to get this done, like most things, as soon as possible. And if you're collecting AP exam fees in the fall, you probably want to know this sooner rather than later as well.
That's a really good point. Thanks for the tip. Anything else?
The second tip is really just an FYI. The fee reduction status for students does not roll over from a previous year or from other College Board assessments, meaning even if a student had a fee reduction last year, we still indicate the fee reduction status again this year.
Good to know. I guess that means it's time for our episode summary, which is, as you might guess, my favorite part. Ready?
Ready.
At the start of this episode, you posed some rhetorical questions such as who is eligible for fee reductions, and we pointed to the AP Coordinator's Manual Part 1 for the answer. Then you asked how, when, and where do we indicate these fee reductions? The answer, log into AP registration and ordering, navigate to the students page. There you will indicate a student's fee reduction status. And although this is not due until April 30th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, please consider doing this sooner rather than later. And lastly, you asked what? What information is required to indicate fee reductions? And getting the list is often a team effort. Based on the criteria in the AP Coordinator's Manual Part 1, work with colleagues at your school to get a complete list of students who meet fee reduction eligibility requirements. Again, sooner rather than later.
Speaking of later, Derek, it's getting late and I'd better get going.
Before you go, let's share what's next.
Absolutely. Please join us next episode where we get into an interesting topic. We're going to chat about independent study and exam-only students. This is a must listen.
There you have it, a professional cliffhanger by a former English teacher. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We appreciate all that you do to support your AP students. Hope your school year is going well. We'll talk with you soon.
Coordinated is presented by the AP program and the AP Coordinator Experience. Special thanks to the amazing team behind the scenes who bring this show to schools and AP coordinators all across the world. We thank Jackie Ray for our theme song, Good as Gold. Jackie is a former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School. Additional vocal support by myself, Carly Suge, AP Coordinator at Costa Mesa High School in Southern California.
And AP coordinators, we cannot say it enough. Thank you. We appreciate you, and for all your support of AP students, you are truly good as gold.
Just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so.